Hello, this is Spiderbat, and I'm going to be reacting to 3 true scary ex-girlfriend / boyfriend horror stories. Let's do this.
In college, a while ago now, I got into a relationship with a guy. He was fine until he, quote-unquote, found Jesus. He quickly went crazy, claiming demons spoke to him, trying to buy weapons from some shady friend we had, fantasizing about how he would hurt people, and becoming incredibly controlling and physically abusive. He nearly killed me a few times, so, needless to say, I got the fuck out of there. After a few threats and really crazy behavior, he finally left me alone for a while, and I thought that was that. I was heading to my dorm after a meeting one night, when I decided to pass it and go to the student union, which was only down the street, to get some ice cream. As I passed the dorm, I heard steps behind me. I turned around, and I thought I saw someone in a white shirt duck behind a big signboard. I kept walking, listening carefully. I heard something move, and I whipped around again. There, a person, his size, staring at me from behind a tree. I couldn't see very well, but it really looked like him. I was mildly freaked out by then, but I just walked a little faster. I'd hear the occasional footsteps and breathing behind me, but I didn't dare stop, or let on that I knew someone, probably him, was there. I knew he owned a gun, and would likely put a bullet into me, given the chance. He was that psycho and upset that I dared to break up with him. I walked all the way to the union, and I got the ice cream I wanted, and I just sat there in the store, eating, unwilling to go back out onto the unlit street, in case it was my crazy, armed ex. I still hadn't mustered up the nerve to head back, when my phone buzzed. My heart just about fell out of my chest when I saw the message. It was some of my friends, a sweet couple. They'd been walking way behind me when they saw something that alarmed them enough to text me. "Your ex is walking around the street." They called me before I could even text back. "Where are you? Your ex is prowling around here near your dorm. He was coming back from the direction of the union. I think he had a gun. Was he with you? What's going on?" Panicked, I assured them I had not been with him, but someone who looked like him had been following me, and I was at the union and was too scared to go back alone. They practically yelled at me to stay there and not go anywhere, and that they were on their way. A few minutes later, they came running into the union, breathless, eyes wide, asking me why he was by my dorm and what had happened. This is what probably scared me most of all. The boyfriend, who is a black belt in karate and is never scared, looked absolutely terrified. He was coiled into some sort of fighting stance and was looking around frantically, afraid that my ex would appear with his gun. They told me they were taking me back to my dorm and calling the cops. They did them, and we walked back to my dorm as quickly as we dared, the boyfriend in front, yelling into the darkness that my ex had better not try anything. I let the two of them into my dorm, and we went up to my room, where my roommates put in a frantic call to the police. As we peeked out of the windows facing the street and side of the dorm, there he was, lurking in the trees to the side of the dorm, looking up. A streetlight reflected something in his hand, something shiny. We locked eyes, and I saw a rage in them that froze me. In that moment, I knew he really was out to kill me, and that my friends had foiled him. He quickly turned and ran away through the trees. We didn't know whether he would come back and try to break in, so we called the police again, and lo and behold, sirens within minutes, and officers with guns drawn, combing the area. They caught him with a .22 in his hand. He'd going to try and kill me if he got the chance, but he didn't want to take pot shots at me with my friends there. My ex-girlfriend and I had been broken up for a couple of days, and she was getting the rest of her belongings out of my house. I was at the gym, and I texted her to see if she was finished. I received a text from her saying that she had, and then I finished up lifting and I headed home. I got to my house, and all of the lights were off except for my porch light. I opened up my front door, and I was hit by the smell of gas. My first thought was that my furnace line had ruptured or something.
No, run!
I left all of the lights off, and I went down into the basement to see if I could hear or smell anything near the furnace and the gas line. But there was no gas smell in the basement. I went back upstairs, and I checked the stovetop in the kitchen. Sure enough, one of the burners had been turned on high and was not lit. I turned it off, and I proceeded to open all the downstairs windows to vent the gas. My first thought was that this couldn't have been done intentionally. If my thermostat had kicked the furnace on, or if I turned the light on, I could have blown myself up. The problem was that the knob can't just turn itself on. It needs to be depressed and turned in order for it to light the burner. Then, I remembered what she told me once. I thought it was a joke at the time. If I can't have you, no one will. I am 100% sure that it was her who turned on the burner to my stove on high without it being lit. So yeah, this crazy bitch tried to blow me, my house, and my cats up.
These are promos for the Radio Disney Music Awards. It's a real simple. We need now in like 2 minutes. Alright, so are you ready?
Number 3.
The muscle car?
The ex-girlfriend who tried to stab me over eating the last can of beef ravioli wasn't the first attempt on my life by a girlfriend. I also had a girlfriend in high school who tried to run me over because she thought I was cheating on her. She confronted me in her car because she heard a girl talking about how she wanted to go out with me, and naturally in her mind, that meant I was cheating. I let her know that I wasn't, and I informed her that she was acting a little crazy.
True that.
Her response was to slap the sunglasses off of my face, causing a 4-inch long cut from my nose to my cheek, and telling me to get out of the car. Naturally, I did. I start to walk off, and I hear the car engine revving. I turn around, and I see her muscle car aimed at me, doing a good 30 miles an hour. Luckily, there were concrete pillars a few feet from me, and I was able to jump over one before she hit me. As you can imagine, the relationship ended there. Funny side of the story? I never cheated on her. Turns out, she cheated on me. Twice. Hey guys, Lazy here, and I hope you enjoyed the story.
Okay.
Special.
So, he didn't cheat on her. She cheated on him. And she's the one who tried to run him over. I don't really think that's how anything works. You get cheated on, you do nothing. You don't get cheated on, you try to run the other one over. Yeah. That's how the world works. I think I'm haunted for today. Well, this is spiderbat. Signing out. Goodbye.